Hello, this is going to be a pretty spontaneous episode, but welcome back to Magic Theory 101. Today, our topic is going to be on dragons. So, dragons are the elemental great souls of this world. So, what does that mean? Let's break down the structure of a soul. So a soul is like a cell. It divides and multiple cells make up one body. So we know that everything has a spirit. A spirit is the portion of consciousness that is given form by a structure of belief. So we have nature spirits, we have river spirits, and dragons are also spirits. What makes dragons unique from every other spirit? What makes them a great soul? So let's think about a mountain. A mountain is going to have all these individual spirits. There's going to be spirits of all the different plants, spirits of the trees, spirits of the river, spirits of rocks, and all of these spirits put together, all of these individual tree spirits and rock spirits and nature spirits put together like cells compose the great soul of the dragon. So dragons have a really primal energy. It's kind of like a tidal wave, but basically a dragon is the great soul of nature. A dragon is the spirit of the land that you're on. There's a lot of mythology about river dragons, ocean dragons, mountain dragons. So dragons are really old elementals. The mountain dragon is as old as the mountain itself, so it doesn't really feel time the way humans do. There is a difference between Eastern dragons and Western dragons that I've heard a lot of people talk about, but the only real difference between Eastern and Western dragons is that they have different histories. The only difference is historical. So, Eastern dragons, they're very powerful, like all dragons are. In the East, the power of dragons was respected, and so humans pulled dragons into their religion. They integrated these dragons into their system because the East had a very diverse system of different powers, different gods, different entities. Dragons became a symbol of power. This symbol was not always the original meaning of dragons. Sometimes in Eastern mythology, dragons became shown as servants to gods instead of the original elemental great souls they used to be. Dragons weren't originally part of any religion. I would say even that they're older than religion itself because they're older than humankind. In the West, the power of dragons was feared. Like a lot of powerful things at the time, including people who practiced witchcraft, dragons were feared and they were villainized in the Western stories because a lot of people in the West at the time believed in the force of God, the Christian God, and they didn't see nature elementals as being a part of that power in their system. what dragons do today is they still protect nature. They still protect the land because they are the land. And they tend to have a close affinity with the fair folk and with humans that are also protectors of the land. It is true that sometimes dragons do cause destruction. Sometimes dragons bring down storms. Sometimes they bring earthquakes. Sometimes this destruction and upheaval is just a necessary cycling of the environment, and sometimes they do this because they're disrespected. But dragons do have the ability to manipulate weather. One easy way to work with dragons would be to care for nature and clean pollution. And so today I think I do want to do a guided meditation for connecting with dragons. I am actually sitting in my bed right now. It's December, it's very cozy. And yeah, I think we can do a guided meditation. So if you're listening to this in a place where it's not really quiet enough for you to calm down and do a guided meditation, I would say pause the episode here, save this for later, and if you're ready, we can just start. Okay. So this meditation might make you feel very warm, or it might feel like wind is blowing through your body, depending on which dragons you're connecting to. It might make you sweat. I want you to take a deep breath in to ground yourself. Put your palms face down onto whatever surface is closest to you. This might be the ground, this might be a table, and I want you to press down. And as you press your palms down with force, imagine green roots of energy bursting down from your palms into the earth, connecting with that power below. I want you to take 3 very deep breaths. As a part of nature, you have a right to be here and take up space and take up oxygen. You have the right to access that power. And I want you to imagine that consciousness within the earth awakening when it feels your energy shooting down to greet it. And you say to the earth, you say to the dragons, hello. You say, I respect you. You say, I connect with you. I connect with you and I connect with your power. And as you do this, close your eyes. Picture energy moving around you. You might see certain colors. What color is this dragon? Does it look like a dragon or does it look like a cloud? Does it look like a cluster of trees? What color is it? What distinctive features do you notice about this entity? And as you do this, you might feel your body heating up as you connect with the power of the land. You might feel toxins beginning to be purged from your body through sweat or through currents of energy. And keeping one palm pressed firmly downwards, I want you to take your other hand and reach up to the sky. In the sky, we have a lot of weather dragons. We have sky dragons, cloud dragons, rain dragons, sometimes even snow dragons. We reach one hand up, stretching our shoulders slightly, and we feel the elemental above us. For a lot of people, this might feel like cold wind. It might feel very freeing, but depending on your weather, it might feel different for everyone. And just taking a moment to center yourself in this position while you're connected to both the earth and the sky. You say hello to both of these dragons. You establish connection. Feel these dragons and their raw elemental power, cleansing all shallow, unnecessary beliefs from your body. Feel them clearing out any human structures that are not beneficial to you right now. Any beliefs that society has imposed upon you that you know is not true to your nature. You return to your original nature. You are now connected with these dragons. The elemental dragons above may move, they may travel, but the dragons beneath you remain in place because they are the land. And so you can honor them through this practice every day. Slowly, bring your hand that is in the air downwards, back down to this earth. Bid the elemental dragon above goodbye. You may remain connected to the earth dragon beneath you if you want. But for now, we will remove our palm that is pressing downward, and we will say thank you to these dragons for showing us our own elemental nature. Take a deep breath. That was a really good meditation. You are now connected to the dragons around you. You are now connected to the land. If you've had problems feeling at home or feeling connected or feeling powerful on the land you're currently living on, you can do this practice daily. You don't always have to connect with the weather dragons above, but connecting with the land beneath you is a good way to make sure you thrive on this land. Okay, we can slowly start to move our bodies around. Bring our breathing back to normal, but still feel that connection with that natural power. Notice how your body feels. Notice how your everyday life changes. And if you saw any images in your head of a dragon, if you felt any particular feelings, remember that that's a characteristic of your local dragon. Okay, guys, thank you for sitting through this meditation with me. Thank you for hopping on to listen to my spontaneous podcast episode about dragons. This is my first time recording a guided meditation for the podcast, but I was about to go to bed and I just sat down and I felt really called to do it. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. That was a powerful one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know how you're connecting to your local dragons. And keep in mind that if you live over water, for example, if you're on a boat right now or if you're on a bridge, then the dragons you're connecting with might not be land dragons. They might be river dragons or sea dragons, which is going to have a very different energy from the land dragons. It might feel a bit colder for some of you. It might feel a bit more fluid. But it's always good to know the energy of the environment you're in. And dragons are that environment. They are the great soul of that environment. I think for the next episode, we might either be going over ghosts or we'll be going over spell work. So, yeah, I'll let you guys know. I mean, you'll know when it comes out, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for listening. This was Magic Theory 101. The topic of this episode was dragons. My name is Zoe Morana, and see you next time.